but the talk is after the game. Before the game, freshman star Kiyomi McMiller went to her social media and she posted the reason why she wouldn't play in the game. This is before the game. But she didn't play. There's been many speculation. Some say there was a fight between her and another player. Some assume that this was a disciplinary situation, but we don't know. Hey, nieces and nephews, Uncle Jay here from JEOnline.store. Like to welcome you to Barbershop Talk, where we talk about the topics that others won't. Hey, nieces and nephews, Uncle Jay here, Jay from JEOnline.store. Like to welcome you to Barbershop Talk, where we talk about the topics that others won't. There was a huge game between USC Trojans and Rutgers. The talk is Kiyomi McMiller. She didn't play. There's some controversies, there's some backlash about it, why she didn't play. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go. Now UFC blew out Rutgers. The score was 92-42, huge blowout. Now many are speculating that because she wasn't in this game, that this is the reason why they lost, and they wanted to see that matchup between Kiyomi and JuJu Watkins. She's a freshman star for Rutgers. Some compare her to Kyrie Irving's of women basketball. She has handles. She does fancy dribbling. Here's a clip. She got a bag, she got a bag. She get to it, and she's a bucket. Kiyomi McMiller is a freshman star for Rutgers. She's averaging 19 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, 3 assists per game. So this matchup between JuJu Watkins was very important. But the talk is after the game. Before the game, freshman star Kiyomi McMiller went to her social media and she posted the reason why she wouldn't play in the game. This is before the game. And this is what she posted on her social media. To my fans, I would like to apologize to my fans. I will not be playing today's game versus USC, which is number 4 in the country. This decision was made by my head coach, Coquise Washington. Thank you for continuing support. God bless all of you. Kiyomi the Product McMiller. I like that name. The Product. But she didn't play. There's been many speculation. Some say there was a fight between her and another player. She sat out the second half of the game prior against Maryland, and she then returned. Some assume that this was a disciplinary situation, but we don't know. In the post-game interview, the coach was asked about this post. We're gonna look at this clip, and I'll see you on the other side.
With Kiyomi McMiller, just what happened? What can you tell us about what it, where we are, and is this a one-off, or is there more involved?
Well, the thing with Kiyomi is, we're gonna keep it internal. I read somebody sent me a post that the Kansas State men's basketball coach at one of his recent press conferences, and he talked about his faith and how he sees coaching as a ministry and what he does in terms of leading and connecting with the young men on his team springs from his perception and his understanding that what he does is a ministry. And for me, coaching is not just about what happens on the court on game day. It's about how we impact these young women that are in our program in all aspects, from their character to their growth into womanhood, into their decision making. And so, I see my role as a coach as being more than X's and O's and wins and losses, but how am I impacting the young women in my care? And so that's always going to be first and foremost in the decision making that we do that goes into this program. It's about defining character, growing young people. And so as we deal with, different circumstances and situations, for me, the first thing is, how are we impacting these young people? How am I using my position and my role as head coach to grow teenagers into young women? And so what we're doing here, we're going to keep the specifics and everything, internal, but
that's the right answer.
I'll never turn down an opportunity and turn down this position, use this position to do anything other than have an impact on young women's lives.
And as you can see, the coach, she gave a political answer. She gave the right answer. We're going to keep it in-house. We can't speculate what happened. We can't speculate that there was a fight between the coach or another player. We just got to go by the information that's being put out. She didn't play the game. For whatever reason, the coach thought she should sit her, and we go from there. But there's been a lot of backlash. Some say it was the coach's fault. She could ruin Kiyomi's basketball career. We know there are players like Kennedy Carter, Alexis Morris, who are having problems because of situations like this. To be a prospect for the W, this could cause others to avoid her. Kennedy Carter was kicked off of 2 teams and was out of the league because of her actions or her behaviors. Will this affect her chances of becoming Freshman of the Year? Her advisor sided with the player against the coach, saying the coach basically was wrong. That's very telling too. But we can't speculate. I don't have the information. I can't side which way or another. But I know these companies invest a lot of money in these players and these NIL deals, and they want to see their product on the floor. She's called the product too, but they want to see their product on the floor. Will this cause the coach to be fired? Is this a one-off? Will McMiller be suspended for the rest of the year? And if she's suspended, will she return back to Rutgers next year? Some are saying she should enter the transfer portal. They're trying to encourage her to transfer out of there. But her father took to social media and he dismissed that immediately. He said she's not going to leave Rutgers. Now I'm going to get a little messy. I was in the chat on Cess Sports Talk. And you South Carolina fans, you get crazy when Dawn sits for Wally, Malaysia for Wally. You all go crazy. She should be starting. Why is Dawn sitting there? And I said to Miss Cess, I said about this, she was talking about this situation. She said the coach made the right decision. We don't know why she's disciplining her or whatever, but whatever the coach decision was, she agrees with. And I said, well, yeah, you South Carolina fans, you need to keep that same energy about Fawali. This is what her response was.
A program that holds kids accountable. A program that holds your character and who you are as a person and how you show up more in a higher standard than making some money off of you. Because that coach didn't just decide to take a 50-point loss on her head. Mad about Fuwali about what? I got that same energy about Fuwali. We handle Fuwali. Fuwali, they said Fuwali decided not to come back in the game. Fuwali sat her on the bench for the rest of the game. Fuwali has been benched several times. Uncle J.E., we keep that same energy. Fuwali just got set down the other game for a mini tantrum on the floor. We keep that same energy. That's the standard around here. So what you mean by keep the same energy? And what about Fuwali? Check the records. Check the records on Fuwali. Fuwali done been set down several times, sir. Uncle J.E., yeah. Please explain. Now, I'm here for all the Fuwali talk. Remember North Carolina? Bitch. Remember how she came back in North Carolina on a tear? Help me understand.
Made her better.
I ain't heard nothing about Fuwali missing no practice.
She don't make no.
I ain't seen Fuwali putting out no text post. Yeah, sir. Excuse me. Yeah, I got you. Now answer my question. What about Fuwali?
Fuwali's still getting attention.
What about Fuwali?
Being featured.
I'm waiting.
And will still be a top draft.
Yeah, we nip bud. We get right to it. Exactly.
Like I said, you South Carolina fans go crazy when Fawali is sitting on the bench or she's not playing. Keep that same energy, Miss Cess. You said you got that same energy for Fawali too. Let me see it. Actions speak louder than words. How about that? Keep that same energy. When Fawali is sitting, I don't want to hear nothing. The coach made the right decision. Fawali needs to be sat. Keep that same energy. You know what I mean? But y'all go support Cess Talk Sports. I'm just being a little messy, trying to cause some little contention because she tried to get at me. She tried to get that heat on me. But Uncle Jay don't run from nobody. You let him know. But go support her channel. Subscribe to her channel. She has a lot of great topics. But we can't speculate what's going on with this. Hopefully some more information comes out. If it does, I'll get back at you. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.